Hey everyone, this is Unesh Ghadiyali. Welcome to this final last call live stream for TinyCommand. This is honestly one of the most interesting automation platforms I've seen this year because it literally replaces many other tools like and you are using any form builder like Typeform or anything or Airtable for tables, Zapier or Make for automation, and even they have in-house built-in integration with emails also, right? So there are AI workflows, there are AI agent builders, everything in one place, right? And today is the final day of a very special exclusive offer that you can go and check down below in the description. You will find a link and go check there. And also there is one contest. We will come on that. So let's start by welcoming the brains behind Tiny Command. They are here with us inside the studio. So welcome Priyanka, the founder of. Uh, sorry, I am not able to take them. Just give me a second, guys.
Uh, okay. Yeah, I can hear you, Unesh.
Yeah, but why are you not coming on screen? Just give me a second. Yeah, so we have welcome Ankit and Priyanka. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine too. And yes, today we are doing a live stream about Tiny Command, right?
Absolutely excited about doing this with your entire bunch of people to run them through what we're building.
Yeah, sure. So let's start. So before we jump into the product and see how platform is and how it works, could you both introduce yourselves, such as your background, what you do, how the team came together, team size, and everything like that, so the people have some context. What is the background of team and founders and let's say team members, right?
Sure. So I'll go in first. I think, look, both of us are graduates from NUS, which is one of the top tier school when it comes to global standards. We've competed in the past with folks at Stanford, Harvard, Oxford at coding competitions. Between the team, there are multiple patents that we've filed in the space of search, segmentation, search. Now it's called LLM search. Back then, it was called semantic search. We have patents in the space of semantic search. We built companies in the past, sold in the past. We've been external consultants to the McKinseys of the world, BCGs of the world, and a lot of publicly listed companies globally. We've been advising them on technology. I think when all of this was happening, we realized, there are a lot of places where technology becomes a bottleneck because of the time and the energy it takes to create something, which is where we realize, why does it take so much? We should build something which a non-programming guy who understands business could build a solutions on. And I think that we call that project as Project Lego then. And slowly we continued building. We sold a lot of enterprise licenses. So what you're seeing right now is an enterprise grade product. Approved. Generally, what happens? People build a SaaS product, take it to people, take it to LTD, and then take it to a larger audience, and then eventually take it to enterprise. We've actually done the reverse journey. We built a product for the enterprise first, scaled it with the enterprise. Enterprise was very people-led sales, right? We wanted to spend a lot. We want to build a journey where it's product-led. I think that's where we spent a lot of our time in. So that's when we said, okay, let's just expose this to people. And I think, yeah, that's how things morphed, and Tiny Command eventually took the shape and form that it took. There's nothing tiny about Tiny Command. We'll run you through it, but I think, yeah, and we'll run you through why the name Tiny Command, etc., etc. Running
I was just about to tell that you're just naming it, that it's tiny, but when I saw it from inside, and as you said that it has built and tested at enterprise grade, and you have done it reverse of what normal people do. So there is nothing tiny inside because each tool you have built inside is a big tool inside tools market, right? It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
small,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Each of them are multi-billion-dollar business in the SaaS market ecosystem. I think the problem has been it's been in silos, spread across the ecosystem. And the only fundamental point is, why do you need 5 subscriptions to run your operations? Right? We wanted to give it in one go.
If
It's
there
like,
is possibility of clubbing them in one, then why not?
absolutely, absolutely. And I think it's basically Office suite or a Google Drive suite for businesses. This is an Office suite or a Google Drive suite for automation people, DIY users, people who are thinking about growth, founders, all of these guys, right? You want to be their Swiss knife, when this one tool is all you need when you're going on your camping and hunting down your growth.
Yeah, awesome.
Priyanka, over to you.
So yeah, I just asked you and about your team and how they all get started. But you said you have already catered enterprises with this particular tool, right? So
Mhm.
that was my first impression when I dived inside, and that was what I told you in a meeting last night we had, that this is not something buggy that just created and half baked came into market, right?
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
So yeah, let's proceed with the next segment.
I think Unesh, on that, right? I'll just add one more thing. We've been internally brainstorming this before going on LTD, right? I think, and look, I understood the LTD community back in 2019-20 when we were using some tools on the LTD community for our businesses.
Yeah,
And one fundamental problem that we realized since then, and it's continued to deteriorate, right? The quality of the tools that people launch, sometimes people launch in too early. You will see screens being glitchy, you will see
yeah.
interface being half baked, finish not being there, buttons popping over, etc., etc., right? I think this is one sentiment that we wanted to change. We wanted to get something for people in 2025 which will
Mhm.
redefine the way you deploy products on LTD platforms.
Yeah.
The finish that you need to do, the thought process that you don't need to be early deploying products. I think a lot of founders do this mistake of deploying early. I think we are very clear that we want to take our own time.
Hmm.
Uh, and,
I think there is also a very big gap in understanding of MVP. What we
yeah,
understand, what people have mistaken for MVP is that you build a feature-rich tool, and every feature is half-baked. That's not what is definition of MVP,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Just Google it or ask to ChatGPT, that it will reply that if you only build one feature but that's working perfectly, that's MVP.
yeah, yeah,
To
yeah.
validate your idea, and once you validated that, you can fill more features and enrich it, right? And you can just scale by everything, right?
I
So
think we have a slide in a town hall that Priyanka presents every quarter, right? Which is the slide basically says we need to go inch wide and mile deep, not mile wide and inch deep. So whatever we do, let's go very deep in it, solve for it, and then move to the next block, so that we are building a platform which is uh, uh, which is deep enough for users for them to use and get excited about it.
and if someone if actually SaaS founders understand this one, and this is what niche down is called. If you go in one thing very deeper, that is what niching down is, right?
Absolutely.
There were very big players, but marketing automation software has made their place. Let's say ConvertKit, right? There were very big players in payment gateways. PayPal was a huge giant, but Stripe niched it down to developers and
Yeah,
then make its place, right? So that's how it is. So let's move ahead and we will proceed to, let's jump on straight tiny command that tell me in brief. Let's get right to the important point, right? For viewers seeing for this for first time, what exactly is tiny command and what problem does it solve? Because it looks like one platform let's say replacing 5 to 6 tools. So help it understand simply that what it is and how it works, right? What problem it solves.
so look, TinyCommand is a platform where you get Typeform level forms and much more in forms. And I'll talk about more when we deep dive onto forms. You get Make, Zapier, Pabbly level workflows where you can basically create your own solutions and workflow. We're adding close to 20 to 25 integrations every week as we go ahead. You have Airtable and Airtable level data storage and Clay level enrichment onto the platform itself. You have an email designer where you can design your emails and use those emails in your workflow to communicate to your clients. So, for example, tomorrow if you want to send an emailer to say 700, like 7,000 people in your network, you can just design that email, add that email list into your tiny table, which is our tables platform, and configure that into a workflow and start sending those emails, right? That's how simple it is to start initiating those journeys. And then you have a journey of defining your own agents. Now you define your agents, you can use your agent as a part of your workflow. You can so there have been very interesting enterprise use cases that people have solved with Tiny Agent. They've basically used our workflow engine to club that with WhatsApp Business API. The data from the WhatsApp Business API comes and goes to the agent. the agent has knowledge of the previous transaction that the agent has had with this user, and basis that hyper contextually replies to the user. The agent internally even calls other workflows, which is calling third party APIs to get data. So people have built in agents which process and fills loan files. For example, a process which could take a lot of time. People have built multilingual workflows in that to process files on WhatsApp for people in like tier 4, tier 5 cities in remote places in India where people are not even familiar with technology to that level, right? Or they don't know how to fill forms. It's a conversational form filling agent that people have built via the agent. So a lot of these things are baked in out of the platform from day one.
How they are sending? Just a quick question into this, that how the conversational platform needs integration with this one, right? So they are collecting forms and send how they are sending to data to Tiny Command.
So two things, right? So what happens is in this case, and there are different use cases, right? There's some places where people have created forms on on tiny command itself, and those forms are basically collecting data. For this specific use case, the enterprise, we've been internally chatting about this a lot, right? There is a new operating system that you have, and that operating system is called WhatsApp, because you need to start building solutions and apps and journeys on WhatsApp now, and that's what enterprises wanted to do. So what happened is they created a workflow wherein WhatsApp Business Cloud is your trigger node. Whenever you get a message on that, you basically call an agent. The agent has all the logic and the that is needed. And mind you, this is not a chatbot. There's
Yeah,
a difference between a chatbot and an agent. A chatbot will follow a certain set of rules.
yeah,
On the other hand, agent will basically contextually understand and reply to your message.
yeah. I understood that because when you called it agent and you described how it interacts with internal other workflows and other apps with API, that's not what normal conversational chatbot platform could
Absolutely.
get, right? Yeah,
Absolutely. So that happens, and once the message is from the message, you get the message from the agent. Essentially, agent can revert, "Oh, I don't understand anything. I want a human to be involved." So there's a human in the loop journey over there. If the agent understands that, the agent basically says, "Okay, here's the reply. I'll use WhatsApp's API and send the reply to the user." And I think a lot of fancy stuff is something that people are building via that.
yeah,
And this is just scratching the iceberg. This is one of the use cases that I'm talking, and this is probably the last use case that we talk. I don't know why I've gone in the reverse order over here, but yeah, really excited to run people through what all can be done on Tiny Command.
yeah. Sure. So now that we have covered that what TinyCommand is, let me give a glimpse of website that people will get idea about. So guys, this is website of TinyCommand. As you can see on my screen, all-in-one platform to collect, enrich, and automate your business. What are products? It has form builder, it has workflow automation builder, tables like Airtable and something like that. They have in-house integration with your emails. You can create. There is an in-house template builder that you can connect with any sender and send emails. And now this is one elephant in the room in these days because AI and AI agents are trending right now. So I am calling it elephant in the room. So that was quick glimpse on all of the products of Tiny Command. And as you can see, you can go and browse their website. You can. I will just give you a glimpse and move back to our work. Yeah.
Unesh, if you can, I think on our homepage there's a brand video. If you want, I think that's already running in the background. If you want to
Okay.
just keep it back. I don't know if the audio is connected though.
Let me check.
Yeah.
Most teams use 5 or more tools just to run one process. One for forms, another for data, a few more for automation, AI, and email. It's slow, it's expensive, it's chaos. But now, there's a simpler way. TinyCommand unites your entire workspace.
You can hear, right?
Yeah, we can hear it.
If you can hear, then audience is also
Yeah,
listening.
yeah.
Forms that capture with intent, workflows that automate with intelligence, tables that turn data into decisions, emails that connect and convert, and AI agents that act inside your flows. Everything connected, everything in sync. Every process today depends on a chain of disconnected tools, one for capturing data, another for automating it, a few more for AI and outreach. It all adds up. With TinyCommand, it all just works. Forms, workflows, tables, emails, and AI agents connected by design. One system that speaks the same language. Yours. From onboarding to outreach, analytics to approvals. Any process, any team, all in one place. Automate intelligently, work beautifully. From form filled to workflow fulfilled, all it takes is a tiny command.
Awesome. So the
Yeah.
reason of this name came in the last sentence video,
Yes.
right?
Because all you need is a tiny command.
Yeah. So that can be a tagline, right? And yeah, well, let's proceed.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. So this was all about Tiny Command, and I just wanted to give a glimpse of website. And yeah, we played the brand video also. Now let's say let's quickly cover that. What is the story behind why you built it? Am I Because I'm super curious about this. That how did the idea actually start? Was there a specific project or pinpoint that pushed you to build Tiny Command instead of using other existing tools in market?
So look,
I'll just take this up, right? So, me and Ankit both have been entrepreneurs for almost a decade now. And in our past startups, we ourselves faced this problem, right? We had operations that we needed to manage. And at one point of time, we were managing more than 10,000 clients at a time. And the operations were a lot. Like operationally, it was a nightmare. And we were using some of the other tools in the market, like you would say Typeform, Google Form, and the automation tools like me and Zapier and all of those to manage our operations. So the idea for this product basically came in from our own problems that we needed to solve. At that point in time, we thought that it would be great if there would be a product that could do everything for us, and we did not have to stitch our journey operations into multiple tools. So that is how the idea of for Tiny Command came into place.
Yeah, I was just thinking of a use case of it because I have to build one workflow tonight, and I came up to something really exciting. I will share that. And after completing my whole, prototype on here paper, that what should be the steps and something like that, I ended up realizing that I didn't needed any extra tool. I will share that use case for sure. But now
fantastic.
let's continue with the session. So, as I just showed you that how their website looks, let me give you a glimpse from inside tool also, right? So let me quickly jump inside the platform and inside my account actually, and let me share you how it looks from inside, and then we will hand over to the team that they will demonstrate us how these products works. So guys, this is how dashboard looks like, and these are agents which are in beta right now, and you can definitely go and check it out. And these are the main core tools which have they've built inside. Let's say one of them is forms, right? This is a separate product and sold as a separate SaaS in market. You must be already aware of it. I don't need to explain and say you this, right? That this is happening in market. Everyone knows about it, right? Yes, there are Google Forms, but it has its own limitations, and you know how it looks like in front end. So yeah, the branding possibilities and everything. I will not mention every detail here right now. Workflows. What I ended up realizing by just planning prototype of for my workflow, which I'm going to build inside this, just for I'll share for why what I'm building right now. So yeah, when I realized that what is one of them is I didn't needed any extra tool, right? I'm not sure when I start building what happens, but this is what how my plan looks like, because there is one event happening. I am taking its registration with a form, so they have form builder. That form submission is going to tables, and now that table, after that I am adding my team's telegram group to inform that this one registration has been registered in the form, right? I'm just quickly sharing the overview of it, right? So these two tools were used here. In one of them is forms, one of them is tables, and these both are connected with workflow. And again, this workflow, I use this workflow to send that lead, or let's say registration details, inside my personal telegram group. Now again, I am using email to confirm the registration, that we have received your registration for this event, and yeah, you have, these are the whatever details I want to give them about event, right? Now I ended up using four of their tools inside this much, and still I haven't needed AI agent, right? Still I haven't needed. Now I can appoint AI agents that on the registration day I will again connect one more form of attendance that this person have already arrived on event, and that will attendance will be recorded in the same table, right? The same table I will allow. Now this AI agent will, I will assign him a task at, let's say event is starting at 8 a.m., then I will assign him a task that at 8 a.m. you have to check, let's say on 7 a.m. you have to remind, one day before you have to remind them with emails, using email. At 8 a.m. you have to check whoever are already there on venue, or in the event, and those who haven't come, you have to shoot one more email to remind them. And again, as soon as we received that this person has arrived on at venue and he is present there, and we get his attendance inside table, he will get more details about event inside. Let's say it's a big event, then we will send him a map that these are the areas where you can go in this event, and these are the event timings, and here every amenities that is available there. So I'm just sharing a glimpse. There is a lot more ahead also, right? After event and many things. So I realized that I didn't needed any external tool for this use case, right? So I started my own lecture. That's not we planned. Now, just I wanted to give you a glimpse, right? Everything has, let's say this is workflow platform. So now it has its own canvas. You can go there and design. And if you are already using any other products and you know how this workflows and something like works there, I will click on this plus button I am seeing here. Yeah, that is tiny. That plus button is tiny, but yeah. Okay, so this is how it looks like. You connect your favorite tool over here, and this is how you build workflow. So over to you, over to team, that they will start a live demonstration of this. It's up to you from where you start, right? So you can share your screen and I'll push
I
it in.
am doing that. I'm doing that. One sec.
Yeah, sure.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see, and I will push that in stream right now, right?
Okay.
So just give me a second. I am having some glitch over here. Yeah, your screen is live now.
Perfect. And I think Unesh, I love the example that you did. Right. So let's start with that example itself. I have an event
Hmm.
for launching an iPhone.
Okay.
I want to take registrations.
Hmm.
Can you create a
Hmm.
form?
Hmm. So you're handing this whole process to AI, right?
Right now, I'm just handing it over to the AI.
So unknowingly, what you did, right? You showed people how they can participate.
Absolutely. I will keep on dropping these hints for people over here. So yeah. So
Okay,
it's
all right.
basically that these are the information I'm going to collect. I think that I like it. Let's proceed.
Yeah.
You can give it feedback or change this, change that. I'm just going to give ask it to let
No, we
proceed.
are we are just having a look.
Yeah, yeah. Just going to go ahead and do some stuff. Figure out
So
type the question.
you handed the whole demo to AI, right? Now
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think now what I've done is my form is created. I don't know if you can see my iPhone launch event, my first question, second, all the questions are there in place, and your form is already ready.
Okay.
Okay. If you would have told AI what your brand is, it would basically figure out that basis your brand. Now I'll
Obviously,
be
I will when I will start creating, I will give them all context, right? And one more,
absolutely,
by watching this phone number section, I realized that I can collect my calling system to it, and AI will call on behalf of me if I have that system
absolutely,
for calling.
absolutely, absolutely.
Awesome.
Now I'll go to preview over here. It's saying a form is using a default to customize glow up, blah blah blah. So I have an option to create your theme. You can create your own theme, or you can use some ready-made themes that you have. I'm just gonna use one light theme over here. I like this theme a lot. Your form over here is available in multiple view. You have your card form, which is like Typeform like forms. You have your classic forms, which is very Google forms like, and then you have a chat form, which is very chat interface like, and the forms are responsive in mobile as well as desktop. Okay. Now, if I'm when I'm filling the form over here, I'll ask for my name, and I'm just gonna enter my email over here, right? So when I enter my email, one thing that it's gonna do is ask for an OTP. This is completely optional for you to set up. But what happens is most of the time when you collect data, a lot of people enter noise. So you can go ahead and set this email verification using OTP verification code. It's gonna verify the entire email so that you don't have garbage data coming in.
So you can easily filter the those spammy submissions and let's say
Yes.
registrations or spammy leads, or you already it's there.
Yeah, yeah, it's already there.
We have to connect this SMS system somewhere externally,
No,
right?
no, no. The email validator is built in part of the product itself. Unesh, you don't need to go outside. I think that's the theme that we follow for
Okay,
this.
okay. So OTP is on email, not on phone number, right? But if I
Yes.
want, yeah, the email is enough, right? Because if someone is registering on with his email, then definitely he has email, right? Yeah,
So for there are certain geographies, for example, we're doing this for Brazil, we're doing this for India, we're doing this for UAE and a few more countries, and we're gradually exposing this to more countries. And we'll be exposing a construct called as credits, where you will be able to buy credits, which are dollar value credits, wherein you can send OTP also. So on your phone number also, you have an option to verify phone number. Okay, basis that people will get a verification code on their phone also. But there are a lot of compliances with this, so we're gradually exposing this, and we're not talking much about this because we've yet not covered 30% of the universe that you would want to cover when it comes to phone number. This is why I say enterprise grade, right? So if you look at any other product, they will basically try to market this. But given we've not crossed a certain threshold, we've not marketing our verification code on phone numbers yet. Okay. um, yeah, I think if you now look at a classic form, it's basically a larger form that's over here. You
hmm.
guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah. Once all of this is done, I can go review and publish the form. I'm going to publish the form over here. It's just going to get me a link of publishing the form. This form is now published. I click this over here. The form is available. It's open in a new tab. Okay. You guys can see my form now. This form has opened up. With this form is live and published over here. I'll come back. You can get all level of analytics that you needed. You can integrate your Google Tag Manager into this. You can integrate Metapixel so that you can do retargeting also on this.
Yeah,
In the responses section, every time when somebody fills a response, you'll basically start seeing the form on our tables platform itself, the response section. So you don't need to go anywhere else. You don't need to push it into a Google Sheet, an Airtable, anywhere. Right? You can just get it into the platform itself there and then. And one sec. And the multiple other settings that you have an option to remove branding, add custom domain, white label the entire journey for forms. All of those are coming right out of the box, right? So yeah, that's overall the journey on the form side of the journey. Any questions here before I go ahead?
no, not as of now. We can.
Okay, so two more sections. And on the form, you will have start seeing a lot of other journeys. Like mine is a dev account right now, so you don't see this over here. But you will have int- integrations like Stripe coming in, where you will be able to collect payments itself via the form. So a lot of these integrations are already baked in into the journey. Now, once you fill the form, right, Unesh? I'm just gonna quickly fill the form for us. Let me just stop sharing and reshare my entire screen. One sec. So I don't need to dance between pages. You guys can see my screen again. Unesh, Priyanka, you guys can see my screen.
Yeah, sorry, I muted.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see your screen. I
Perfect, fantastic. Now look, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just quickly fill in the form over here. I'm just filling in some random data for now.
sure.
And your form is submitted, right? The
Yeah.
moment the form is submitted, you have data coming here in the backend. Now you already have the data in the backend over here. Now what I want to do is I want to figure out if somebody's already filled the form. I don't want him to fill the form again. So I'm gonna basically just add a node over here. I'm gonna say if, okay, And I think one sec before that over here, I'm going to add a node and say find a record. I'm going to say if anybody is registered for my event, right? So what is the email address? Is da, 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 da. Next. So for I'm just going to test this flow once. People who are familiar with building workflows would understand what I'm doing. I was just testing my entire journey over here. It looks good. Data comes in over here. So if somebody's already built a form, so I'm going to say if somebody has already built a form,
Hmm.
I don't want him to be a part of my journey anymore, right? So I'm going to just say and at the rate you have already registered, right? I'm going to save this. I'm going to run this. I'm going to again enter the same details.
Hmm.
Is you have already registered,
Hmm.
right? And I'm going to go back now. I'm going to restart this entire form, and I'm going to enter an alternate email. It will let me go ahead, right? So what's happened is, Unesh, if you look at the entire workflow over here, I've embedded a third party node which is checking the data. Over here I've used our own sheet. You can use HubSpot, you can use whatever you want. In terms of third party app, worst case scenario, you can use your internal CRM by HTTP integration to embed data in runtime in your form so that your form is intelligent enough.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second, and if needed, explain this once again. But I think this is something that no other form platforms, whether it's Google Forms or Typeforms, offer. Should a people offer conditional branching, we allow you to embed third-party integrations to ensure that your forms are not static in nature; they are dynamic. They have data to be embedded to so that you can basically play around with this. This is something when we are evaluating a lot of people who are sending a submission. How uniquely are they using this is something that is very exciting for us.
Hmm.
Cool. If there are no questions on this, Unesh, I'll go ahead.
Not as of now, but you can complete and we'll cover rest, right?
Perfect. Now I'm going to go back to the listing page over here. You will see your form is launched over here and your data is also over here. I can go right click over here and I can see form analytics. When I go to form analytics over here, it'll show me data on where the form is filled from, who filled the form. All of this data will essentially come in over here on the analytics side of the journey. So you don't need again a third party platform to do a lot of things. One submission is over here. All the data that you need is right available on the screen for you. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and build a workflow. Now when I'm building a workflow, I can say I want to run this workflow when a form has been submitted, right? Or I want to basically run this workflow when, say, I'm getting an email on Gmail, right? So all of these are something configuration that I do. You see this prod over here is because I'm doing it on a dev server versus doing it on my production server. But yeah, I think essentially you can configure all of these journeys, and every time you receive an email, you will basically be able to respond to those emails, right? Then you can use our internal agents. I've created some agents over here. Basis the agent replies, you can start then saying, okay, I like this about what the agent has said, I want to notify a human. So human in the loop will basically notify a human. You can notify with a link on Slack, Gmail, whatever nodes you want, and on the response you'll basically be able to uh, trigger a separate set of workflow which will trigger over here itself. So you have human in the loop nature or journey also being embedded into your workflows itself versus you going outside and figuring this out. I'll try to take an example of this. So for example, this is a random agent that I was creating for a client yesterday to explain them something. There's a prompt that we gave them, uh, 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 and the There's a knowledge base. We uploaded a few PDF files which basically had a knowledge. So this basically is an auto repair guide that we uploaded. And for example, I'm going to ask a question to this, right? Say, uh, uh, what do you help with the agent, right? So the agent will respond accordingly on what it helps with. Okay, it doesn't understand this. What is a computer
Spelling
scanner
it.
used for? That's okay. Should be able to fix it. A computer scanner is used to connect to a vehicle's computer to receive diagnostic trouble codes. Given this is vehicle led, it's basically look, Unes over here. I think you pointed out a spelling. What happens is uh, we've basically built a proprietary rewrite algorithm in the backend where your queries are rewritten so that LLMs can respond it better. And the LLM that we're using internally to do this is our own self-hosted LLM. We've built and trained those LLM internally by ourselves. Again, so this agent was created, and once you created the agent, you can basically go to a workflow and use that agent in the workflow. One sec, I would have created that somewhere. Okay, I'm not. But essentially over here itself, like the way I configured this agent, I can configure agents over here, different kind of agents that I've created, and start using it. We've already pre-configured some agent. For example, Tiny Scout is an agent that we've reconfigured. Tiny Scout is an agent that does market research for you, for your computers. Tiny Composer is an agent that writes emails for you. Tiny Search is an agent which will search the web and compress, condense, and get information for you. So we already defined a lot of these agents for you. We are adding one or two agents every alternate week. More and more agents are coming in for you. These are ready-made agents, and you can create your own agents to buy yourself for your business needs the way you want. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something very interesting that I love the most on the platform. For example, I want to say enrich a company information. So I can basically add a domain over here. I'm going to say add tinycommand.com, and I'm going to say enrich this. So it's going to basically there's an agent in the background which will basically do a lot of search, research, compression. There's a 16 layer semantic engine that runs in the background which extracts a lot of data, and it will show that data to you within like a few seconds. So for example, tinycommand's website, number of employee, what do we do, where are we registered. Let's try something more fancy. Let's try apple.com. Any other websites that you like, Unesh, that you want us to try?
Yeah, anything not needed. So enough, right? You can
Can you tell me one website that you like the most?
just write this. You already wrote tiny command, right? So write makevcard.com.
Make
vcard.com. V for Venus. Yeah,
uh, cart or card?
it's correct. Correct. D.
Okay, this seems like a startup you run, I guess. Let's see what do we get. Makevcard.com. It's a digital business
Card. Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
and card and online service. There's not much of information available about this on the web.
Actually, it's of our brothers, and yeah,
Yeah,
there must be no more details, right?
yeah. I think let's take an example of. Let me just find some scuba gear company in United States. Let's just search for this first. What do we get? Okay, there's a company called as Scuba Pro. I'm gonna copy this domain and we'll try this domain.
Yeah. Okay.
So what it essentially does is basically enriches the data for you, something that a clay would do, right? And what happens is with this information, you can now start writing personalized emails to your people, right? To the blah 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 99 commercial estate, Chicago, Illinois, Kaisa is world, commercial blah blah advisory firm. It's basically somehow figured some information about it and put it in over there, right?
Yeah.
I'll show you another example of this. Go to tables, go to say enrich email information. So I want to extract email information of someone. So I'm saying I want to say I want email of Ankit Solanki who works at a company called, oh sorry, I did it wrong. I want an email from somebody who works at TinyCommand. His name is Ankit Solanki.
Hmm.
Can you help me find his email? So what it's going to do is it's going to call a lot of internal APIs. People use Hunter. People use a lot of these things to find his email. This is also again something that comes out of the box. You're not using any third party tool at all. We've not integrated any third party integration so far. I think have I spelled it right, wrong? This generally happens when you're demoing on a Sunday on a dev server. I'll check this and get back to you, but it essentially generally finds you the email and gives you the email
Hmm.
there and then over here, right?
Yeah.
And then you have email designers, which are AI-led designers, where you can start designing your own emails. Just tell um, I I want to welcome my people who have registered for my event. Enter. It's gonna take like 30 odd seconds and design that email for you itself, so that you don't need to do that again and again, and you can just
Again, we have details of that event filled inside, so it will get from there and put here, right?
yes. So I'm just gonna rename this sample event, right? And I'm gonna save this. You can generate images, etc., etc. While it's generating the image, I'm gonna go to the workflow section. I'm just gonna use this workflow. Say put in Gmail as my integration, which is already available with me. Send email. Configure. I'm gonna fill in some details over here. Uh, da-da-da, da-da-da. I'm just going to fill in some information. Once you fill this information over here, you can select email type. I'm going to select a template. And in the template, you can then select the email that you've created. I'm not save the email. Let me just save it. Okay, you can then go ahead and create an email that you've created. Over here, the email will be available for you to select those template and then take it from there. Okay, so you can just configure it. Let me just give me 1 second. One sec. So create a workflow. I'm going to select Gmail. I'm going to send an email. Continue. Da-da-da. Some subject. Some reply to. Select email template. It's going to show me a series of templates that are there over here, and you can then map the if there are variables in the template, you'll basically be able to map the variables so that you basically are sending a very personalized email.
Yeah.
Like you basically first name is a variable over here, you will be able to send this email. And when you click view event detail, you can put in your own CTAs over here.
Hmm.
So it will redirect you to those CTAs. Okay, so Unesh, I've touched base upon most part of the platform at a very high level.
Yeah.
I can go in depth on these, but I'll just stop for a minute. I see if you have any questions and start addressing that first.
Yeah. I just have one question over at this point, that you created a form with a prompt, right?
Hmm.
So, is it possible to build a whole process with a prompt? Let's say
Fantastic
in the
question.
same prompt, I ask him to build a form connected with the table. Then I obviously I could mention what type of rows and columns I want to organize in that, and the example which I gave you of an event as a registration is coming through form going inside table. Email is sent for the confirmation of registration, and that is again scheduled as reminder at particular date of event or one day before event to remind them of for the event. And then again we have one more form for attendance, at venue, at reception or something like that. And so I'm just asking for possibility. Is it possible right now, or at least we have possibility to create a form with AI, create a table with AI separately, then we can connect the dots, right?
So,
That's what.
Unesh, look, in some form in beta, this is even a functioning right now, wherein you'll say, I want to create an applicant tracking system. So
Hmm.
it'll go say, I'm going to create 2 forms, 3 workflows, blah, 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 and start creating that, right?
Hmm.
So in some form or shape, it's available even now. The team is working on a newer agent release, which will basically solve this in one single go. Right, we want to work for creators where we do all the heavy lifting, creators do all the thinking part. So I
But
think
right now, in whatever we just saw, that
that,
is also awesome because you have all in one roof, right? So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
if you let's say if you cannot write prompt at all,
yeah.
still to build a workflow automation with a form in-house, table in-house, email in-house, and AI agent in-house,
Yeah,
that's awesome, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
we have a form builder with prompt also for workflow and everything, right? That's
I'll
also
quickly
awesome.
just
I
show
don't
it to
find
you.
any alternative for this also right now.
Yeah, yeah, I'll just show it to you what I mean that we already have this. Just give me one sec. I just gave it a prompt right now. Create an applicant tracking system. Okay, it said propose solution for outline of application. It'll create a form. It'll create a workflow.
Hmm.
It'll create a table. Okay, next step. Would you want me to proceed with applicant form submission form first?
So
I'll
that's
say
what I'm asking. That this was
yes, yes.
exactly what
So
I
I
was
said
asking, right?
again, this is beta right now. We are refining this even further.
Yeah.
Very excited to have this. Overall, look, it's already created the form.
One
Uh,
more thing I'm happy about is that my mind gone on the right track, right? Which you are,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so it basically said the form is approved. Let's move on to the next component.
yeah.
Propose workflow creation. It's creating a workflow now.
And one more saving resource thing is that first he's chatting with us instead of started building at first prompt, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's how you refine your when you once you approve, then now all resources are
Absolutely.
used to create those things, right? In bringing them to life. That's the thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So generating the workflow now. It's generated the workflow also.
Oh,
Manual trigger, blah, blah,
that's
blah.
exactly what I'm asking. Yeah,
Yeah. And
awesome.
now if I approve this, it'll go to I've created blah, blah, blah. Would you like to make any
Now
changes?
let's think of let's say think of a very different scenario instead of let's say this applicant tracking and something like
Hmm.
that or event. Let's talk about some e-commerce stores. There are
Okay.
endless possibilities. There are endless possibilities for this.
Okay.
Let's say I have a very specific lead generation product. It's
Hmm.
e-commerce. There is one product which is very low ticket, almost sometimes they also you don't have profit on that, but that is just to take lead, to make take trust that if that's one person will think that I have ordered from this platform something and he will have trust for next time, right?
Hmm.
There is some terminology for that also. I'm not an e-com expert, but I've heard some workshops and like that.
Hmm.
So when I connect my Shopify store, of course, with workflow automation, if
Hmm.
someone is ordering this, then I have a specific workflow after a delay of 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 1 month, 2 month, 3 months. I can do anything. There are endless possibilities with it, right?
So I think Unesh, you asked a question which is an internal thing that the team is working on. You've already seen
First tell me
seen
whatever
five
I'm.
things. One second. You've seen 5 things:
Okay.
forms, workflows, agents, tables, and emails. Right.
Yeah.
The sixth thing that we're launching in JFM is called a sequence. We call it tiny sequence.
Email sequence.
No, sequence. Sequence could be anything. So what you essentially do is when a user is registered,
Yeah.
on day one I want to do this. So day one you will execute this workflow. On
Okay.
day 32 I want to do this. You'll execute this. So you essentially are creating a mega block.
Yeah, I could understand because I already visualized it before describing it, right? So
Yeah,
now
yeah,
whole
yeah,
workflow is in front of me
yeah,
in my
yeah.
mind, right?
We call it tiny sequence.
But why you call it tiny? That's again my question. That's actually
But
brand
all you need is a tiny command. Look, all your tiny thoughts, Unesh, are getting converted into commands which you're executing for you.
Yeah, so I will just suggest you live in public that if you want, take this trademark TICO Tyco. That's a good short form for brand if you want to build.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
awesome.
Awesome, cool. I think yeah, Unesh. Any other questions I can answer? I think
I
uh,
think we've covered everything, and the people whom we are talking right now are all from marketing field, and some of them are freelancers. Many are from agencies, and many are solopreneurs running their business on their own, and something like that. Some of them have their own companies, not in marketing but something else, but they have tools to for their teams. So we don't need to go in every detail right now in depth, right? But if you want to share anything else that you think that was important and that we left, then you can share, of course.
look, I'll just summarize this in one line, right? You have been switching tabs, paying for multiple subscriptions, trying to integrate solutions together. If when you're integrating 4 or 5 solutions together, one of them breaks in between, your entire flow breaks. Here is what we have on the platform where you don't need 5 subscriptions. You can create workspaces, you can create journeys, you can create forms, whatever you want on the platform. You don't need to go out anywhere. All you need is a tiny command. Go ahead, build it on the platform. We'd love to have your feedback. There are journeys where you can recommend integrations. There are journeys where you can basically recommend features that you would want to build. A lot of features that we spoke about on the platform, like the sequence, is something that our clients have recommended us. So, as someone, as founders, as someone, we listen to people a lot and act on it. I would love to have you guys as a part of the journey, for us to learn from you and build this into something which is going to revolutionize the entire automation and no code industry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Priyanka, you want to add anything to this?
Just give me a
I
second.
think there are a couple of questions on the chat. So I think Larry is asking, I'm wondering how far I can go with 250K workflow executions per month. What is considered a workflow? Okay, so Larry, what Ankit created right now with a couple of nodes, it was a workflow. Your executions per month is basically the number of nodes that you can execute in a workflow. So each node executed is considered as one execution. If your node is a AI node, which is like a like any of the AI agents that we have, or if you create your own AI agent, that uses 10 executions. Okay, are there state control in the journey?
I'll take this one up. So,
Yeah.
Larry, I am assuming by state control you mean data ingestion from a previously stored state, right? So you can do that in multiple form. One is when you, so for example, if you're using our forms and our tables itself, you can inject state by pulling the state from the table. If you are using, say, a Postgres database in the background, you can integrate that as a part of our platform. If you have a third party HTTP server, you can integrate that in forms, workflows, wherever you want. Third party injection of data can come in. State management can happen into our tables or a third party data storage of your preference. So we're not asking you to. So for example, for GDPR compliances, you might want to store states in a certain geography, on your own systems, etc., etc. We fully support all of that, and that's why we kept it open. I hope that answers your question, Larry.
Yeah, so I just displayed his. There was one more comment before. This is from Larry. You can read and reply to it. I am just, guys. I am just leaving the studio link inside the comment box of each and every live stream. So in Facebook group, our one friend was asking. His name is just Sturgis. He was asking that is this live, because sometimes in some communities people also restream pre-recorded videos. So we are live, and I'm just dropping the studio link inside the comment. If you guys want to come on panel and ask live question with your face or voice, you can ask here, or just a casual discussion will also work, right? So let's go to the comment which I displayed on the screen right now.
Larry, very interesting question, right? Look, when you think of Pabli, when you think of Go High Level, Active PCs, all of these, they are solving a certain set of problems. All of these are fantastic products. We've basically gone through most of them. I'll tell you how we are different, okay? Uh, One, we are, for example, none of these platforms. I'll take a very simple example, right? I don't know when did you join this entire stream, but I did an example wherein we was creating a form. Once you've created a form, we captured a response. The next time the same user was filling that form, I was able to take him to a separate journey altogether by just calling a third party API, right? Which was, oh, you've already registered on my platform, you don't need to re-register. Now, what happens a lot of time when people fill lead generation forms, right? You ask them a lot of all questions you already have in your CRM. Why do you want the users to do more, right? And I think that is an experience that you can only. And I'm saying this very bold statement, and I don't generally like saying this, but there is no other platform which gives forms the way we give, which allows you to embed state in the way you described state into the platform the way we do it, and make your forms lively, interactive, and dynamic. I think that's one of the use cases, Larry. Other thing is, Larry, via Tiny Agent, people have gone ahead and created a lot of interesting use cases, from outreach to creating a WhatsApp agent, which is helping them run their business, right? So a lot of these things are something that are part of our platform. And the other reason that you should use Tiny Command is because we are lovely people building a product out over here, and we would like your help, advice, and feedback for us to build this better.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Yeah,
so
Larry.
I think one more question that Larry has is Traco LLM live. Yes, that is live. We are already also going live with Open Router for OpenAI.
Awesome. That's an awesome. So, guys, you can also drop in comment box such as like, what tool are you using right now? What would you automate first if you get Tiny Command, right? That would be my question from my side. And I would like to ask you all who are watching this live anywhere, either Facebook page, Facebook group, or let's say my personal profile or YouTube, wherever you're watching, you can write that. If is there any specific use case that you would like to see inside as a template or something like that, you can drop this feedback. And also, you have any suggestion for them, you watched whole demo, you can drop inside comment box. Even if you're recording after we end this live stream, you can drop comments. We'll have a team with us inside group page everywhere. Wherever needed, I'll tag the team and they will receive your feedback, right? So I think and because we are not receiving comments here from Facebook group, as it's not allowed by Facebook. Let me check, is there any other question, right?
I think there is one. There is a discount code. Mr.
Yeah,
Gonza,
there is a discount code, and it's, I think it's auto applied and you don't need to enter. Still, I'll drop that inside the comment box, right? And let's move ahead. So I don't think there are any more questions. So guys, let's jump to the deal, right? What we have on the table right now. So let me share the deal page right now for you, so we can have a look. One more interesting question was about that, how these credits are used, whatever your execution was. I would like to understand it a bit more. So let me ask also a couple of questions about that, right? Yeah, we are. So let me share my screen for that. And guys, I have already dropped the studio link inside the comment box. If you want to join this conversation inside studio, you can, right? So guys, this is the deal page, as you can see on my screen. And yeah, this is the hero section. There are key features. We already covered this. You can see the visuals on the page. There is a video also. And let's jump to pricing. So guys, what we have, let's imagine first, if you are already subscribing, or let's say you already use, as Larry also mentioned, he also has some access to some tools and is using those for his tasks. Still, you can consider this one because of limits what I am seeing right now inside, right? So these all, if you're from sales teams, startups, or small business owners, or something like online trainers and coaches, right? Marketing agencies, customer support teams, HR teams, right? You can check this out. So what features are included in all plans? Whichever plan you get access to unlimited form submissions, common integrations, payment gateway integrations, local capture on form submission, email builder, which is template builder, which just Ankit showed us, right? No code workflow builder, custom apps, parallel workflow execution, real time execution monitoring, operation usage, flexibility, custom variables, workflow includes folder file permissions, remove TinyCommand branding. This is included in each and every plan. Now let's jump to three plan which is on the table. One of them is tier one, which is called basic, right? Basic plan, and this is not subscription. You don't pay monthly in this plan. And today is the last day, guys. Uh, for we Indians, it's already 7th of December, and for the part of world where it's still 6th of December, consider that I'm talking about 7th December, right? So in first, this is lifetime deal. You only pay once and use it forever. In 59 plan, which is called tier 1 basic, you get features to all features which are mentioned above, right? And that now specification of this plan particularly is you get 10,000 workflow executions per month, right? Now I would like Priyanka to explain again, because I missed that part a bit. I was replying to comment that what is workflow execution. That would really helpful for me, right?
Yeah. Cool, Unesh. So workflow executions basically are credits. If Unesh, you can just show your landing page once
Yeah.
uh,
uh,
in the tool.
Inside tool, I am on the DD
Yes,
page
yes.
right now. On your
Inside the tool. No, no,
official
no.
website you are talking?
No,
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 go
no.
to
Inside
platform.tinycommand.com.
inside TinyCommand, where
Okay,
you had logged in and you were creating.
just give me a second, and I will ta- platform.tinycommand, right? Just give me a
Yes.
second. Platform.tinycommand. Yeah, I just hit. Now I am inside my dashboard.
Yeah. So when you see credits used, 0 out of 1,000.
Yeah.
So that is basically the workflow executions. So for the basic plan, you get 10,000 credits. Now,
Okay.
how these credits are utilized is when you create a workflow and you basically execute it, each node in the workflow utilizes one credit. If your node is an AI node, which is, let's say, an AI agent that you have created, or the Tiny GPT, or any pre-configured agent that we give out, that utilizes 10 credits.
Okay.
Also, the data enrichment utilizes 10 credits. Everything else, just one credit. Forms do not utilize any credits; they are free. Uh, yeah, they are free. You can create how many ever forms you want, and an unlimited number of subscriptions.
Okay, so what I understood, it's very clear in my mind right now. So each step which we see in workflow is one
Hmm.
node, right? And
Right,
one
right.
node execution is consumes one credit, and if
Correct,
that involves AI agent, then it will consume 10 credits, right?
correct, correct.
Okay,
Perfect.
awesome. So yeah, now that was clear. Now let's move back to where we were, and now we are back here. So this is what workflow executions per month you get, and this is not one time. You get every month. It
Yeah,
renews every
these
month.
will be refreshed every month.
Okay, so when you're, let's say you use 10,000 credits this month, next month you're going again without paying anything, and that's what lifetime deal is, right? And you get one workspace, and I think if you have only one company and use for only one project, this is best. Still, I think you can use in single workspace for multiple projects also, because you have separate workflows, right? So still you can use that.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yeah, and you get three users. I don't think personally that in this plan three users are needed, because if you have only one workspace, but let's say you want to add some team members to manage some tasks. Let's say your marketing team to observe your workflow, and let's say your technical department to create new workflows. It's awesome. Your marketing team, one person, and one person from your operations, all at can access with separate emails, right? Now you have a past history of 15 days execution history. You get 5 MB of file storage, upload size, right? That is upload size for each file. You cannot upload a file of more than 5 MB. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So at first, this can be a misconception or mistook by someone that there is only allowed of 5 MB storage on your account. That's not the case, right? Is there any limit on storage per account?
So look, we have 10 GB per account as a fair usage storage. We don't cap it if things there are businesses who genuinely need it and not using it. We basically kept it open, but we've basically our terms have this 10 GB fair storage policy.
Yeah, that's really needed, because sometimes you people just start abusing, right? So we have to save the company also, and we have to save the customers also, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. So the next plan is tier two, which is called professional, and maps to professional plan on their official website. This is really a good thing to mention over here, because this makes confusion a lot of time when some founders differentiate LTD plans and normal plans. But you have clearly mentioned that this is mapped to professional plan, so that's also a good thing. This comes in $149. You get all access to all features which were mentioned above, and instead of 10,000, now just paying by, let's say, 2x or 2.5x, something like that, you are getting 5x task execution workflow executions per month. And instead of having one workspace, you are getting five workspaces, right? And again, you are getting three users, and you get 30 days of execution history instead of 15 days. And instead of 10 MB of per files upload size, you 5 MB, you get 10 MBs, right? Instead
Yeah.
of 5, you get 10, right?
Yes.
And now we have the plan which I am eyeing right now, which is $299, one time purchase. It is tier 3, and in this you get 250K, which is again 5 times of 50K. And if you count is like this, that's compared to tier 1, it's x multiply by 5, then multiply by 5, right? Or 10 multiply by 10. No, multiply by 5, right?
20 multiply by 25.
Yeah.
So
So
like 5 plus 5.
we multiply by 5, 10K multiply by 5, that's 50K. And then we multiply this to 5, then that's what 250K uh, happens, right? So in this, you get unlimited workspace, you get 20 users, you get 90 days of execution history, and 25 MB size limit on per file, right? So that is what deal is available right now, and you have about 24 hours to get this deal. That's what we call one day, right? So guys, go and check this out. You will find the deal link in the description. If you still think something you needed to ask, first go and check these FAQs on deal page there, and you will get most of answers over there. And you still need to ask anything else, then you can drop questions inside the comment box, and we'll have the team to observe it. So Ankit and Priyanka,
Yeah.
if you want to share anything about deal over here,
Yeah,
then
so there is one more question, which I was probably going to answer anyway. What if you exceed the 250K executions?
awesome.
Yes, you can buy additional executions. We do sell add-on credit packages. You can get back to us with how many credits you need, and we will give you the pricing for that.
So look, what has happened is I think we've got a lot of love from people. People have basically, I don't know how do you put, but people have taken a lot of top ups on this. People have basically gone as a million credits, and I think we're loving this. I think the idea was to keep it reasonably priced so that people can jump onto it, share feedback with us, where we learn from their experience and we learn from a lot of other stuff to build this product in a direction that you would want to take it to.
So, for just elaboration and clarification, I would like to ask that what are add-ons pricings like for, let's say, LTD users and recurring subscription? Is it something like one-time purchase on one-time credits, and something like subscription?
So it's one time purchase that you'll take. So for example, for half a million credit, you pay $499. For a million, you pay $999. Very fair plan. So basically, whatever you paid plus the delta minus, so 499 minus whatever you already paid is basically what you'll pay as a top up to basically 2x the entire credits from your agency plan to half a million, or take it to a million also.
Okay, awesome. I think we covered everything, and now we need to stop this screen sharing. And yeah, mm, nothing left, right? So guys, you can check the team details over here. The co-founders are here, Priyanka Gosai and Apurva Jain, and there is a letter also. You can go and read there, right? Because it's posted there to read, right? Not in live stream. Okay, so I think we already covered everything, and we have already crossed the mark of 1 hour, and now it's 1 hour 10 minutes. We are live, so guys, you can still drop your questions inside the comment box. Any closing comments any of you want to give, then you can pass it, right?
I think we are good. Excited to have you guys on. Excited to have a lot of questions coming from you guys. Larry, thank you for asking all of these questions. Mr. Gonzalez, thank you for buying the product. A lot of love from our end and thank you for supporting us. Any questions, please reach out to us. We reply generally very quickly on intercom. You will get access to our emails via the platform itself. You can write us at support@tinycommand.com. uh, Founders themselves are spending time to reply to this, so you'll be some of our early stage users, so you'll obviously always get the special treatment that you deserve and want. So feel free to reach out, try the product. We want criticism, so please don't hold back on that. And yeah, excited to speak to you guys when you reach out.
Awesome. Awesome. So, Junior Gonzalez, congratulations on your purchase. And I personally think this is something, right? Because I don't pass this comment for every deal. You can go and see my last 100 live streams, right, with founders. I don't pass this comment because, as Ankit said, they have built this for enterprise. They have served enterprise, and now they have come to basic users, which are normal users of SaaS industry. So that was the reason, and that was my first impression that this is not something buggy. That was my first comment to yesterday's meeting also with Ankit. So guys, let's wrap this up and see you in the next live stream, that we will come with some another exciting tool in front of you which can be useful in your journey, your business, your personal life, or anything, right? So thank you guys for joining. See you in the next stream, and yeah, you can still ask the questions inside the comment